my love of 80s and 90s movies. 20, 30 years ago, it was a little bit different, you know, and my mother would just drop me off at the movie theater and I'd see these triple bills. I would just sneak in from one theater to another. An example would be E.T. to Poltergeist to Raiders of the Lost Ark. Another one would be like Ghostbusters.
I mean, those are the films that I grew up with, so I love it. I mean, being a part of this or something like this is the greatest gift. I grew up with, you know, films like Gremlins, Jurassic Park.
Phenomenal movies that were just so full of ideas, so interesting, and they weren't like based on IP, you know, they're original ideas. It's a very different experience today where when you watch a blockbuster movie, it's a comic book or it's a character that you actually know or whatever it is.
Long story short, I got a call from my friend Joe Heath. He gave me the ambulance speech, which was great. And I was like, oh, that sounds cool. I like that. I'm a product of that.
My generation, we watch quote unquote old movies and they're so cool to us and we don't have that anymore.
Back then it was just this sort of magical sense when you went to go see these things, and you wanted to have magical experiences. I feel like a lot of those filmmakers that were coming in, they came from like the 70s, you know, Spielberg and Lucas and all those were actually 70s filmmakers. So when they made these pop things, they pushed the limits, you know?
We're still arty. They still had great stories. I can give you my horror story. The choice was to go to Back to the Future or Cocoon. And at that time, I think I was 8. Or 9, and my sister was, you know, 2 years old, like 11. She got to go see Back to the Future. It was rated PG-13, but I didn't get to go see it because it was rated PG-13. I had to go watch Cocoon, and I had nightmares for months because of them coming out of the cocoons. Scared the crap out of me.
And the old people.
The old people didn't scare me. It was fine.
The beautiful thing about horror that people now understand, that people actually did not think about it from this perspective before, but now I think we all understand all these monsters are metaphors. What metaphors they are depends on the monster, right? You know, the fear of a nuclear weapon going off and destroying your city. Godzilla, you know? The fear of something ancient in a modern world. King Kong, right? Because we've actually lived through this generation many monsters. We've seen 9/11, we've seen COVID, we've seen different political situations. As we now know what we do. We live aside it. It's not that I wanted to make it to fill a gap that's not out there. It's a gap that I personally wanted to feel again. Like, I want to feel movies like that. And because they're not being made, I made one.
Arm yourselves, whatever you can carry. Get ready for a fight! Come on.
You could have just opened it. I mean, that was super dramatic and all, but...
Now we have to crawl over broken glass.